watching News 12 Westchester, as local news gets.
Get rid of these people.
Tonight on News 12, relief in northern Westchester as nearly 2 dozen suspected heroin dealers are now off the streets. Good evening, everyone. I'm Janine Rose.
And I'm Scott McGee. 23 people are now behind bars, capping a year-long investigation into the Hudson Valley's heroin trade, following a number of deadly overdoses, which we have reported on extensively here at News 12. News 12 Tara Rosenblum is at County Police Headquarters in Hawthorne with those details. Tara.
Yeah, and Scott, I think it's partly because of all that extensive coverage that most people know what a worrisome, what a deadly problem this has become in our communities. But what we didn't know until today was that a secret task force had been set up to go after the dealers who are literally selling heroin to children on the streets.
This is not an episode of Breaking Bad. Nobody's rooting for the bad guys.
They're going after them. Westchester County Executive Rob Astorino revealing for the first time Tuesday the creation of a multi-agency task force that's been secretly fighting back against the heroin scourge for the past year.
The officers and detectives assigned to the Northern Narcotics Initiative spent thousands of hours investigating heroin sales, including intelligence gathering, surveillance, undercover buys, and wiretaps.
And their work has paid off since the formation of the task force that brought together the FBI with 7 northern Westchester police departments and the County Department of Public Safety. 125 suspected dealers were taken off the streets. And this morning, another 23 more arrests followed. Our cameras were rolling as one suspect got nabbed pre-dawn at the Bowman Towers in hard-hit Peekskill.
The distribution and sale of heroin is literally a fight for our children's lives.
Astorino says the task force was born in response to the skyrocketing number of local heroin deaths. More than 85 in 2 years, many of the victims young people. Buchanan Police Chief Brian Tubbs knows firsthand the pain behind those statistics.
I personally knew 2 of the young men who had passed away from overdose of heroin. I watched them grow up. They played sports with my son, so it was personal.
Now, the work of this task force far from over. We're told that more arrests are likely, and as for the suspected dealers already behind bars tonight, most of them are facing life in prison. In Hawthorne, Tara Rosenblum, News 12.
All right, Tara, we'll continue to follow this story for sure. Thank you. Well, for the people who live in the communities where these drug sweeps occur, today's arrest really couldn't come a moment too soon. News 12's Grace Noon continues our Team 12 coverage from Peekskill with that part of the story.
Alleged drug dealers removed from their apartments at Bowman Towers in Peekskill Tuesday before the sun even rose.
Get rid of these people.
Edie Acosta says she's concerned about a growing drug problem.
Hopefully these people will get the idea. This is not good. This is not the right thing to do.
That's the message a law enforcement task force is sending out. For the past year, they have been targeting drug dealers and suppliers to combat heroin abuse in northern Westchester.
Well, I think it's good.
This woman who asked us to conceal her identity, hoping the police raid will make a difference.
The young people, they don't even have a chance no more. You know, with all these drugs and everything else going on out here. So I worry about them because a lot of them are dying.
Any step to cut off the channels to drug dealing welcomed by Joe Shooter.
Well, I would say the less available we could make the drugs on the street, the more it's going to help the kids because there's just going to be less access, hopefully.
Agents and officers arrested 20 suspects in just one day.
Many people are relieved that these alleged drug dealers are off the streets. Now they say they want the justice system to do its part and keep them behind bars. We're here in Peekskill, Grace News, News 12.
Thank you, Grace. Well, Westchester's Drug Task Force has now made more than 125 drug arrests just over the past year.
Frightening moments at the Westchester County Courthouse in White Plains this afternoon when a suspicious package forced everyone